All right, I started the recording. Hello and welcome to the Paper Computer Games Podcast.
We are your hosts. I'm Sinister Productions,
And I'm Salmon the Fish.
but you can refer to me as Seth.
And Mia Salmon.
And for an optimal listening experience, make sure to check us out on all platforms, including Spotify, YouTube, and Anchor.
All links will be in the description, and personally, I would recommend listening on Spotify. That way you can turn off your device and still have the audio playing. Without further ado, let's get into this. So, Seth, it's been a while, you
I
know,
know, been so was it Christmas? Yeah, since
about,
Christmas.
yeah, I think
hmm
over 2 months or something like that. So
Yeah,
I hope you
been a
guys
while.
I know you guys are missing the podcast. Zach said he missed the podcast, but we're
Yep.
back now. We are back, people.
hmm
And I was busy with sports, and you said you were on vacation or something.
Yeah. I got back yesterday, so been busy.
Okay. So yeah, now that we're back, we're gonna be talking about all sorts of things. Make sure you guys also leave like suggestions for us to make podcasts in the future. But
Yep.
today's topic is gonna be something that's widely known, widely it's like up and coming kind of stuff. It's AI, and
hmm
specifically AI in PCGs, which is what we've been seeing recently with Sex PCGs and some other people have been doing playing around with AI. So
Yep.
let's talk about this video that Epic Worlds made, and let me try to pull it up on my side real quick. I believe I know that it's a video about Zach's new PCG called Escape the Haunted Mansion, which is on the PCG shop. Let me just read the description for that real quick. So it says the first ever AI generated paper computer game, Escape the Haunted Mansion, was created by ChatGPT, and the images were generated by Midjourney, one of them by Stable Diffusion, which is awesome. Like he's literally saying that the PCG was this script was made by GPT, and the images were also AI generated.
hmm
I don't know, that's some wild stuff. I can't seem to find the video, but I did see a video that Epic Worlds made about this exact PCG.
Yeah, I've seen the video as well, so
It's very interesting, very
it's
interesting.
somewhere. Yeah, it's a very interesting PCG as well, and I think some of the art that's being used that the AI have made is really cool. It's just like it's different to like a traditional kind of PCG. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah,
It's really
like when you think about
gone.
a traditional PCG, it's like paper, pencil, you don't really expect
Uh,
nothing too colorful, too what is that like? Emotion inducing, like
uh,
but when I saw those pages on that PCG, I was like,
mhm.
wow, like it was like it hit me. Like there was one screen where there's this shadow figure in the middle of
Yeah.
the like doorway. It's so creepy.
hmm
I don't know if you would get that from regular PCG. I haven't, but yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely. It's quite. It makes it more like it's a much more detailed experience in those kind of games rather than like a traditional kind of game. Quite. It's cool. It's clever.
you know, some crazy stuff. That's all I can say.
Yep.
So speaking about this AI PCG, there's
hmm
also AI books, which is even
Mm.
crazier. So Zach made that book, The Shadow Assassin, and I don't know, do you have it pulled up?
I've got the description pulled up.
Yeah, can you just read that real quick?
Yeah, so it says an AI generated young adult novel made as a sort of collaboration between Zach and the AI chatbot ChatGPT. 17-year-old Mia is a skilled assassin trained by her father in the art of stealth and deception. But when her father is killed by the Shadow, the mysterious. But when the Shadow is killed by the mysterious leader of the organization. Hang on, I just need to pull the rest of it off. Where is it? Mia is forced to flee for her life. With the help of Zack, a brave hero from Earth, and Zuvak, a robot clown on a stick, Mia sets out on a quest for revenge against the Shadow and the company. Along the way, she discovers her true identity and the powerful abilities that come with it, and must confront the dark secrets of her past in order to defeat the Shadow and bring justice to her father's killers.
That is what is what a story, you know? Like
I know.
that's a lot. That's a lot to take in. And like, can you imagine like that was written by AI? That is
Oh, yeah, it's
crazy.
crazy. It
So,
says that it's
yes.
75 pages long, so it's like a whole novel. It isn't even just like a few page long story. It's like, you know, it's pretty crazy.
And if you guys want to go get it, it's $8. And I've seen, I think Epic World's got it, and he unboxed it. I didn't watch
Mhm,
the entire video because I didn't want to get spoilers, because I'm planning on getting this in the future. I really want to.
mhm.
It would be pretty cool to read, but from what I heard, it's an actual novel, and
Yeah, it is. There was a stream Zach did talking about it a while ago. That was pretty cool. He went through some of it and how he made it. It's really interesting.
mhm. So
Yeah.
all this all this stuff made by AI, it's different, right? It's like technically you're not putting much effort into making this stuff because
Mhm.
AI is doing it for you. But at the same time, the AI is like at the same time it's like at least you're making something, right? There's lots of
Uh,
people out there that can't really like they don't feel like making drawings or they don't feel like writing stuff. And here it is like a tool that literally can do it for you, can do it all. So
yeah.
I don't know, what do you think? Would you consider it like cheating to use AI?
I don't know whether it's cheating because if you think you're still putting the ideas into the AI, aren't you?
Yeah,
It's just kind of giving you the sort of help to make that like the drawings and the ideas kind of physical for other people to see, but it's still kind of your like creation. Do you get what I mean?
feel you.
It's just like some assistance to help with some of like, to either make it more efficient for you to make or to make it quicker for to be like produced. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So actually, yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Now that I think about it, because the AI really can't make stuff without a prompt. And if you, I guess, if you had the prompt in the first place, like if you had the idea in your head,
Mhm.
it's it's better that you at least get something out of it rather than just like forgetting about it or just leaving it to the side. Now that you have
Yeah,
something
exactly.
that can just like finish it for you.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like maybe it ends out positive in the end because there ends up being more PCG content than there
Yeah.
would have been otherwise. So yeah, it's a good thing. But at the
Mhm.
same time, like there could be people who just don't put any effort at all. Like sure, you
Oh,
have you have an idea, right?
yeah,
But
of course.
I mean, like that PCG that Zach made, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, Zach is obviously he can make a PCG, right? He doesn't need the
Oh,
AI.
yeah, of course.
He was just making the PCG just to show that AI can do it.
uh,
So say somebody who is like not that good at PCGs just goes
mhm.
and makes a script and makes the art AI generated and then just makes the PCG. Is that like a I don't know, would you think that's a bad thing?
I think that can become a problem because if you think if people aren't making like the PCG themselves, they've just got the idea. It kind of takes away some of the fun of it. Do you know what I mean?
I guess so.
Like something that's supposed to be like a fun thing to do, kind of it's kind of getting slightly ruined if all you're doing is getting like a AI to make it for you. Do you kind of get what I mean? I think it
Oh,
also
that's true.
makes it less kind of like it's weird because when you make a PCG, it's kind of nice to think that it's like your own game that you've made and people can play your game.
Mm.
But if AI is making a game for you, it's kind of spoiling like how important it is to you. Do you know what I mean? And you're not as
Yeah,
passionate for it when you play it. That's what kind of spoils it, I think.
I totally get you. So you're saying basically that it's like somebody who, for example, here's a forgot the word, but here's an example. Uh,
Mhm.
a person who gets all the money from their parents and buys whatever they want versus somebody who earns the money and then buys what they want with the money. In the end, they both end up buying things with the money, but one
Mhm.
earned it and one didn't, right?
Yeah.
But we're talking about PCGs here, not money. So it's not as big important thing, but at the same time,
Mhm.
like I feel like somebody that would use AI would be missing out on the experience of making a PCG. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not necessarily a bad thing that the PCG is made by AI, right? Because like
No.
you can you can literally pull an image off of the internet and then just like make an imaginary PC or no, just make a PCG based off of that one image, right? It's still gonna be
Mhm.
hilariously fun. It can be so fun.
Mhm.
But that's the same thing as using AI. But if you if you miss out on the experience of making PCGs, which is it's like that's what it's all about, right?
Mhm. Yep.
I just want people to at least start off making traditional PCGs before they start using stuff like AI technology,
Mhm.
right? So they at least know that they don't have to resort on AI. They know that they can make PCGs themselves.
Mhm.
So yeah, anything else you got to say about that?
Um, I don't really think so. I think just the main thing to take away from it is that it kind of spoils how much you and other people would enjoy the game. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're the PCG master for a game that AI's made, you're probably not going to end up being as enthusiastic about sharing it with other people who play
Mhm.
it than if you'd completely made it by hand. It was all done by you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it may spoil it for kind of both of the players playing the actual PCG. But
true.
so there's goods and bads to it, pros and cons. But yeah, so I think it is good if it's used in moderation. But I think if someone only makes PCGs using AI, they're kind of missing out on some of the most fun things about like the whole reason behind PCGs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And actually, like speaking of that, the the fundamentals of making PCGs in the first place. Let's go back in time a little, right? Let's take
Hmm.
the time train way back to the beginning days of PCGs where they were literally just paper and pencil, right?
Uh.
Uh, you had Zach, Chris, obviously, and all his friends, and they were just making
Hmm.
PCGs. Then Zach went on the internet, and then he posted the PCG playthroughs, and then people joined, and then people started making PCGs, right?
Yep.
It all started off as paper and pencil, right? Maybe pen or
Hmm.
color and whatever, but it was traditional. It was all traditional. And then
Hmm.
over time, people started getting creative with it, right? You had now you have people like Compact Dev who has made multiple games, and not just PCGs. He has made like actual paper or actual games like on computers, which is
Uh.
that is like crazy to think about, right? It just went from paper to actually computer games.
Hmm.
And if you think about it, right, that's not exactly it's not exactly the essence of what paper computer games are because right, the whole point of paper computer games is that's on a piece of paper, right? But
Yeah.
at the same time, these computer games are awesome, right?
Yeah.
So I guess all the stuff you can say about AI, you can technically make the same argument about somebody making a computer game.
Hmm.
Like it's not traditional. It's not the original way that paper computer games were supposed to be.
Yeah.
But then again, right? It's so awesome. It's so cool. And he made the whole game by himself anyways, right?
Oh, yeah. I think that's kinda like, I think making a PCG video game, probably you'd end up probably enjoying that a bit more. I feel like that's probably, I know it's played differently, but I feel like the process of making it would be more similar to making a traditional PCG than using AI. Do you kinda get what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, you still go through the process of making the characters, like, the story, how it all kind of plays out. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. So you do still end up putting in actually probably a lot more work than you would a
Yeah,
traditional
with yeah,
PCG. But
yeah.
yeah. So let's just talk about a couple games that Compact Dev has made, which are uh he made The Last of the Zeralta, which was I
Mhm.
remember that. That was a long, long time ago. I don't know if you remember, but Zach played that on stream. That was a pretty fun game. There was a lot of funny moments in that game. And then now you have another game called Return to Zeralta, which is oh my God, it is. I played it. It's such a polished game, right? Besides, like
Yeah,
I would say maybe the world, like the world that it's set in, like is it's like there's no boundaries and stuff like that, just technically speaking, game wise. So you can kind of just, it's funny, you can kind of just like, you can get a jetpack in the game and you can just like fly away. But
yeah.
other than that, right, it has a story, it has enemies, it has plot line, you can you can shoot all the enemies and stuff. It's fun. It's really fun to play.
Mhm.
And it's pretty amazing that PCGs went from literally pencil and paper to now you got people making computer games, and then now you got another stage where you can have unlimited potential with AI. So I
Yeah.
don't know, you know, would you consider any other like types of paper computer games? Like, would you consider making a computer game or making an AI game?
Oh, yeah, I would definitely consider making a AI game. Definitely. Maybe bleh. The problem with that is I feel like I would probably end up making more AI games than traditional games because I feel like it's much quicker at making an AI game.
Hmm.
And I'm kind of one of those people who will start a project, spend a bit of time on it, stop it before it's finished. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then kind of forget about it. But then again, with making a video game, I think that would also be amazing. But it's I've tried it in the past and it's very difficult. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Just learning it's so like it's tricky to like learn all of like the coding and stuff necessary to
Yeah. I
actually make it like function and stuff. So but I would definitely in the future I like to try either one of them.
think I have basically a similar story to you. I tried
Mm.
making video games in the past, like even 2D style, and oh my God, it is like it's hard, you know,
Yeah.
it's very difficult. And then AI, oh yeah, oh yeah, like I'm 100% considering making not only PCGs with AI, but probably even videos using AI technology because you know how much PCG content I can make if I didn't have to spend hours upon hours making, you know, finding images or drawing stuff when I can have an AI do it, right?
Yeah.
In the end, you know, it's not like the main point of the video was the drawings. It's just that, like, say I want to make a video describing something. You know those video essays on YouTube where they show images while they're talking,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's just like stock images, right?
Mhm.
There's not necessarily there's not necessarily any stock images in PCGs, right? There's not much to
Yeah.
there's not much of a library to go off of besides, you know, just characters and drawings and PCGs to right? But
Mhm.
see, I want to talk about a very specific event and it hasn't been actually drawn out. I can
Mhm.
just prompt an AI and get it right away rather than spending, you know, 2 hours drawing it myself.
Mhm.
Even my latest video, I made like a little kind of little concept video about uh the future of PCG characters being like this terrible future where they're all like dying and all that.
Yeah.
I spent like I spent like 5 hours drawing all those drawings when technically I could have just had AI do it. But at the same time, like, now that I think back, I don't really want AI to do those drawings because the whole point of that video was the drawings. So probably would have sucked if AI did it all. I wouldn't really feel good about the video, right? Because I didn't put that much work into it.
Mhm.
But that's AI for you, right?
Yeah. And I think that's probably like the same feeling you'd have making an AI PCG. And I think that's kind of like, you know, that's the main issue I find with it.
Well, even I guess even if you didn't want to make a AI PCG, like imagine all the possibilities, right?
Yeah.
Like, not gonna lie, before Zach made his new AI PCG Escape the Haunted Mansion that we are talking about earlier,
Mhm.
I literally did not believe I like couldn't I could not believe that making a horror PCG was possible, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like what are you really gonna do, huh? You're gonna just draw a ghost and then say boo? It's not gonna work, right?
Yeah.
Until I looked at that AI PCG and I was like, that is spooky. Like that is terrifies me to my core, right? That like like I was saying, that one image where there's like a little shadow in the room. It is
Yeah.
scary. And can you really recreate that on a on a piece of paper? Maybe,
Mhm.
right? If you're a really good artist. But how long would that take, right? Hours,
Yeah.
you know, when an AI can just create that terrifying screen in seconds, right?
Mhm.
So I guess we can use AI for that kind of stuff, right? Stuff that's extremely hard to recreate on paper, like that stuff like horror games, right?
Yeah.
But then leave the other regular PCG, quote unquote PCG style games, uh, left to traditional artist art, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is
I
just a
think
thought.
yeah, I think that's really how it should be done rather than just like using it for everything. So, but at the minute what it's being used for is it's almost like a nice little break from saying the same traditional style all the time, having a bit of AI put in there. I think it's quite clever how it's being used at the minute.
Hmm. And I don't know. The way it's being used now is pretty cool, but imagine how many possibilities there are for the future, right? I
Oh
don't know.
yeah, of course.
Can you think of anything that we could be using AI or anything else for?
To be fair, there's you know how oh was it Carmack who made that movie?
Um,
I'm not
I'm
100% sure. I think it was.
I'm not sure. Who's that?
But you know the tutorial bot, the horror movie.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like imagine if there was like a PCG, like a full-fledged PCG movie, like made with AI.
Yo,
That would
actually,
be yeah.
that's a good
I
idea.
think that would be really cool.
You know what? You know what? I might just snatch that idea because
Is yeah.
because
I think that would be
I
really cool.
I've tried to make PCG, I guess, series or movies before,
Mhm,
and like man, it's like a lot of work because you got to draw
mhm.
every single
Yeah, like
scene
the
or picture.
animation's hard.
But if I just had AI, man, I could pump out I could pump out a really long video.
Mhm,
Yeah, like you could just edit the video, make the make a couple scenes look like they're moving, add in voice effects,
mhm.
and I mean, sure, it'll look like a slideshow kind of, but with enough transitions and effects and editing, you could make a pretty solid video.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting take. I hope people try that,
Yeah, me too. I think that would be really cool.
right? So me myself, I'm not sure what else you could use AI for, PCG wise.
Mhm.
Uh, I don't know. Is there any like other any other technology you think that we should be using in PCGs? It's out right now.
I'm not really sure. Hmm. No, I'm not really sure. I'm sure there probably is. There definitely will be stuff, and I'm sure that'll be discovered soon. But at the minute, I'm not really sure what else could be used or what hasn't been used yet.
True. Yeah. So we've got, traditional way of making PCGs. We've got the making video games way of making PCGs, and now
Mhm,
we've got AI way of making PCGs. Like, I mean, at this
mhm.
point, at this point, if you if you think that you can't make a PCG, you got to be lying because it's easy. Like, it's easy. So
Mhm.
yeah, so there's a lot of ways to make PCGs. I think AI is pretty cool in the end. A lot of possibilities there. There's hopefully more stuff in the future to come. And at the same time, hopefully nobody forgets about traditional PCGs,
Yeah.
Still, there's always still the good old pencil and paper, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's basically all I got to say. Anything you want to add?
No, I don't think so. I think we've covered everything, really. So, yeah,
All right. What a what a way to come back with a pretty interesting
I know.
topic, I had fun talking about it.
Me
Uh,
too.
yeah. If you guys have anything to add, obviously, if you're on Spotify, just switch over to YouTube real quick and add a comment.
Mhm.
Uh, hopefully Zach has some stuff to say. I know he will. And yeah, that's all. That's all. That's all I can say. All right. Peace.
Bye.